Hello everybody, welcome back to the final episode of Series 3 of Outnumbered. It has been a roller coaster of a series. We've had house sales, we've had trips out, we've had Auntie Angela back again, we've had dead pigeons, we've had all sorts, and it has been, I think it was a slow start, maybe the first 2 episodes. It just took a little bit longer to build up maybe than the other series, but hey, we are cracking on with the Series 3 finale, The Hospital.
So I told Darren's mum, I said, listen, your son is 3 years older than Karen and clearly he's been taking advantage of her playing swapsies, and I think that he should give those cards back to her. And do you know what she said? She said he didn't have to give the cards back because it was a swapsies no refund. But I said, now, Karen said that she had called time out, and she said that Karen hadn't locked the time out. I mean, how ridiculous is that? Since when do you have to lock a time out on a no-refund swapsies?
What the fuck?
I know, it's madness.
All me and Ibrahim were doing were reenacting the running of the bulls at Pamplona.
And quite a lot of the girls got trampled, didn't they?
It was only a pretend trample. We didn't actually step on them.
Well, that's not what the school said, or I wouldn't have had a letter about it, would I?
We just knocked them on the floor because we were like bulls and we were charging with our horns.
Well, but did you help them up?
No, because we're bulls. You don't have hands.
So I said, your boy's got to give those cards back to Karen, and she said he'd give them back over her dead body. So I said, well, that can be arranged.
Oh!
Do you know what she said? She said technically she could go to the police because that was a form of assault. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
using threatening words.
Cow.
Look,
Can't
Ben,
say
just
in the
write
middle.
the note saying sorry like Mrs. Bassong said. And I'll make 17 photocopies. Take that stupid mask off.
Mum seems pretty fired up at the moment.
Yeah.
I haven't seen her this angry since she looked at that satellite photo of our house on Google Earth. Spotted Ben on the roof.
Yeah, well,
It's your fault Mummy's cross for getting drunk and kissing another woman. Which
Oh, we're still on this, are we?
can we just drop?
And you broke your wedding promises.
Well-
You made lots of promises, and I'm pretty sure one of them was not kissing other women.
Well, kissing wasn't
The
specifically...
vicar's going to be furious.
Yes, he is.
Well, he doesn't know about it, does he?
Well, no, not
Yet.
yet.
Well, you don't know who the vicar was. So.
I can find out.
You better get ready for your concert. Off you go.
There, happy now?
That's good. I mean, I am sorry, okay, followed by lots of exclamation marks, is not the most gracious of apologies, but that's good. I mean, you've got to learn that you are responsible for your own actions.
But am I?
Well, yes, you are.
Most of what I am, I get from my genes, right? Which
Right.
is you. And the rest of what I am, I get from my environment, which is
Yeah.
you. So whichever way you look at it, everything I do is down to you,
No, that's not...
including all the naughty bits.
He's kind of got a point.
Jake, he has not got a point.
Yeah, he kind of does.
Coming to my concert?
No, Daddy's got to stay here because he didn't organise a babysitter like he promised.
I'm 13. We don't need a babysitter.
Well, legally you do. You're supposed to have a grown-up with you. Or failing that, your father.
Look, Sue, obviously I know that I'm to blame. I just think it's important for the children that we can resolve our disputes in a calm and measured way.
Did you fancy her?
Don't answer
Did
that.
you fancy her?
Don't answer it.
You know what it's like when you're that
Don't
drunk.
answer
Your
it!
body waves your brain goodbye, and your body is a lot less fussy than your brain. So in
Don't!
the brain-free
You're digging
moment,
yourself a hole.
I suppose I did fancy her, but then I fancied every woman in that room.
Oh no!
You fancied every woman
Oh,
in the room.
Pete! You.
No, that came out wrong.
You
what I meant-
idiot! Oh, you absolute moron. Yeah, all that.
Are you allowed to break promises if you're drunk?
Well, I don't...
For instance, could Maisie's dad say to the judge, I'm sorry I came within a mile of Maisie's house, but I'd had a lot of beer.
No.
No, I don't think you could, no.
It was the first time you kissed Mummy, were you drunk?
Yes. Yes, I was, but not...
But then,
I was drunk the first time I kissed her, but then... Later, I wasn't drunk at all, and I fell in love with her.
But then that might happen with the other person that you kissed.
Yeah.
Because that really was a mistake, Karen. That's not...
But if that was a mistake, then everything could be a mistake, and then in the end you have loads and loads of wives and girlfriends.
What's this?
It's the news, Ben.
What's that?
It's about rising sea levels.
See? That's why we shouldn't move. It'd be really cool, because in like 15 to 20 years' time, we'd have a riverside property, and I'd be able to sit in my bedroom and fish. And I'd be able to get stuff out like barracudas, and piranhas, and sharks.
I'm just trying to watch this.
And I'd get much longer hair and a really long straggly beard, and I'd talk to a pineapple.
Apple?
Who's that man wearing a dress?
It's not a dress and it's the Pope. It's his robe.
That can't be the Pope, because the Pope wears barbed wire pants and kills anybody who knows that Jesus had children.
That was just a film, Ben. You weren't
Oh.
supposed to watch
The
it
Pope
anyway.
may look nice, but actually, he drives around big black limousines and he knows kung fu. Then there's the Pope's really, really cool mate, who are like albino monks who have shotguns and snipers, and they are assassins.
When you're drunk, do you see pink elephants?
No.
No, that's just on still game.
Yeah, well, he's a cartoon elephant. Alcohol probably affects him differently. Look, you're still not ready for your concert. Off you go.
No, not still game. Rhapsody
He wears
Nesbitt, sorry.
barbed wire pants and he
I'm
kills...
sure he actually doesn't.
Yes, he does. You can see he's wearing them. Otherwise, why would he have that expression on his face?
Don't be stupid.
Who's that other bloke wearing a dress?
It's the Prime Minister of Germany. Angela, someone or other.
Oh, Angela Merkel.
Who's that woman with the black thing over her head?
That's the burqa, Ben. She wears it because she's a Muslim.
Boys wear them because it'd be cool if you were at school, because you could like text under
Not
there.
listening, Ben.
And you could like change your pants and nobody would know.
No
And you could,
one's
like,
listening,
watch
Ben.
Star Wars episodes on a portable DVD player, and the teacher wouldn't notice, and you could be on the laptop. I'd love a burqa. Oh God! What the hell is that? Oh.
It's just a special kind of kiss, a French kiss, that's all.
I'm never going to France if they do that. He's a vampire.
Not all they do over there.
Likes her quite a bit.
The only reason I came in here was to watch the TV.
Well, this is what's on TV, and if you don't like it, because you're gay, go away.
We got 100 I'm not gay. They got 100 channels.
You don't want to watch it, go and watch something else. I'm watching it, so you can...
Listen, Sue.
Let's just drop it, shall we?
Okay.
Just answer me this.
I thought we were dropping it.
When you were snogging that woman, what were you thinking?
Oh, I've told you I was drunk.
No, I mean literally, what were you thinking?
I think this is a bit of a blind alley.
Do you? I don't. I happen to think it's a very important alley.
Yeah.
When you were playing tongue hockey with a woman who was, at best, a passing acquaintance, what exactly were you feeling?
I don't know. I suppose I was flattered.
Flattered.
Well, you know,
Oh.
flattered that she wanted me.
You must have been giving off a signal.
That is total... Hello, darling. All right.
Well, actually, no, I'm nervous about the concert.
Oh, don't be nervous, sweetheart. You'll be fine.
I hate playing the triangle because I've got this note at the end and it goes ding all on my own, and if I forget it, then it'll never end, and that's a big responsibility.
Yeah.
It is.
You'll be all right. And do you know why? Because you are a star. So go get ready, star. Go on. Good girl.
Yeah, you're not, though.
I was not giving a signal, okay? I was drunk.
Have you heard of something called self-control?
I was drunk. I've seen you do appalling things when you're drunk loads of
that's not
times. I have seen you flash your breasts at a minibus full of nuns.
Oh, not that
Oh.
again. I was on medication.
I've seen you try to ride Highland cattle.
Oh.
Go into a canal.
I was a student.
Heckle Stephen Hawking.
Yes, but you've never seen me get off with someone else, have you?
I mean, you flash your tits,
I was
so...
not getting off with...
Do you know what really hacks me off, Pete? I'll tell you, it's all those times when a man has come onto me and I've thought, no, I'm married. All those opportunities that I've let pass because I take my marriage seriously.
Ouch.
Has that happened a lot then?
Yeah. Hell of a lot. More times than I can remember.
It probably didn't happen, did it?
Only last week, the man from the garage made a pass at me.
Did he?
What man at the garage?
That young, good-looking one.
Did
From
he?
Cyprus.
Costa? He's gay.
Yeah, well, you didn't see the look he gave me when he asked me if I wanted a full service.
This is ridiculous.
And then there's your mate Clive.
Ooh.
Clive? What, my best man, Clive?
Yeah. He made a pass at me your 40th birthday. And I was drunk, and do you know what? I wish I had followed him into the shed now.
Well,
Has anyone got anything I could use as a grappling hook?
Peace nuts.
his Bear Grylls came. I do not want him scaling the north face of the bedroom cupboard again.
Come on, Karen, we're going to be late. God, she's only sent me a bloody email.
Ben,
Who is?
not the Bear Grylls game.
Subject, the rules of swapsies.
Oh,
Page 1 of 4.
what the hell?
Ben.
Well, that first one's rubbish for a start. Silly bitch.
Ben, can you hear me?
Can you help me with my 1,000-piece Sahara jigsaw puzzle?
1,000 piece.
Well, it's just you keep promising to, and then you never do.
Well, he shouldn't keep disappointing you, darling, but at least you haven't had 20 years of it.
Oh!
Avalanche! This makes me the first man to climb Everest backwards without oxygen.
Are we going to put money on Ben being the one who has to go to hospital? I'm sure. I mean, it's an episode called The Hospital. It's got to be someone going to hospital. And if it's going to be anyone, and we're doing a Bear Grylls thing, it's got to be Ben.
Or even a jumper.
Are you watching?
It's Michael McIntyre.
Why have you got the sound off?
It's Michael McIntyre. Just waiting for the news to come on. What's that? Well, I hate these phones. They're like nomads. They're just...
Hello? Oh, hi. It's your mate Clive, Dad.
Oh, yes.
Uh-oh.
My mate Clive.
Do you want to speak to him then?
No, I don't think so.
Should I tell him you're calling back?
No.
Well, shall I tell him you're busy?
Yeah. Tell him I'm in the shed.
Hello, Clive? Yeah, sorry, he's busy at the moment. He's in the shed. Right then.
Bloody thing.
Oh, God damn it. Three, two.
And as I have no
Just
soul,
disable it. Oh, my
I
God.
have no other choice than to bite off my frostbitten toes.
Oh,
It's fun.
that'll do it.
There you are. Look, Dad, that was Mum on the phone, and she says you've got to keep calm.
Keep calm.
She said, tell Dad he's got to keep calm and not to panic because everything's going to be okay.
If everything's
Oh, was
gonna
it
be
Karen?
Okay, why do I need to keep calm?
Karen's been knocked down.
Oh, my God.
No, Dad, it's okay, Dad. Seriously, Karen's okay. Mum's at the hospital with her now, and we can't ring her because she's in the hospital, and she's not allowed to use her mobile in the hospital. But she says everything's okay. Don't worry. Stay calm, and she'll give us a ring in a
Yeah,
little
but
bit.
she's been...
She said the main thing was to stay calm.
I get that bit, Jake. I'm sorry, Jake. I didn't mean to snap.
Look, Mum said Karen's okay, and she wouldn't have said that if it wasn't true.
Yeah,
And
but-
don't worry.
What's going on?
It's Karen. She's had a bit of an accident, but she's okay, apparently.
She gone down to the hospital?
Yes.
Yeah.
Same hospital that I always get taken to.
Yeah.
The one with the nurse who says I should have a loyalty card.
Yes. You did put the handset back on the cradle, didn't you?
Yes, Dad, look. You go and have a sit down and I'll get you a cup of tea.
You can always trust the kids to step up to the plate when
So
you need
Karen's
to.
definitely okay then?
Yeah, that's what Mum says, although it is all a bit vague at the moment, so...
You got anything we can use as a dead camel?
What?
Only I need something to use as a dead camel, so I can hollow out its insides where its guts used to be, climb in, and protect myself from the freezing cold winds of the desert night.
Not now, Ben, please. I've only just cleared up the avalanche.
I'll get it.
It was snow loosened by the morning sun.
It was furniture loosened by you with a long piece of...
Hang on.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Hello, it's me, not the
Oh.
speed bumps.
Oh, not this
Okay.
guy again.
I'm dealing with this.
Oh, yes, the speed bumps.
Do you think possibly you could call back?
Would you like to have a look at my artist's impression of what these monstrosities would actually look like?
Not really, no.
Right. Okay. So can we assume your support? It's just I'm not entirely clear as to your exact position.
My exact position? Ah, yes, well, let me see. I would say, that given that my child is currently in the hospital, having been hit by a speeding car,
You don't actually know that.
I would say, on balance, that my exact position is that in order to slow down all the shrivel-cocked Jeremy Clarkson wannabes, such as your good self, who seem to feel that any speed restriction is an abuse of their basic human right to drive like a pillock, I would be in favour of speed bumps.
Dad.
And as a further traffic calming measure, I'd also be in favour of rocket-propelled grenades
Dad.
targeted to disappear
Dad.
up their stupid, complacent little arses. There. Is that entirely clear?
I think he's got the
Thank you very
picture.
much for dropping by.
Sue,
Oh, hi. What are you doing here?
waiting at home was getting to me. How is she?
She's fine. She's in there. They're going to send her home soon. It's just a few small cuts and bruises, and they're giving her a tetanus jab.
Shouldn't you be in there with her?
Oh, no, she forbade it.
Right. You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Who's looking after the boys?
Kelly.
Well, Kelly. As in, beautiful, sexy Jake's completely obsessed with her, Kelly.
Yeah, no one else was around. So
Oh.
What happened? I mean, what speed was the car doing?
Oh, I don't know, 20? 1 second she was by my side. The next thing she's running off out into the road. And cliches bang on. Everything goes into slow motion. You just stand there, helpless, watching, waiting. And the worst thing is, knowing it was my fault.
It wasn't your fault.
It was. That was a busy road. I should have had hold of her hand. Stupid. I got distracted. I was...
You were what?
I was arguing with Darren's mum about the swapsies thing.
Oh.
Oh, well, we all make mistakes, don't we, eh? Do you remember that time I challenged Jake to that race down Box Hill? It's a lot steeper than it looks. It's amazing how he broke his collarbone, really, when you think about how many cartwheels he did. Till hitting that sheep slowed him down. And then there was that time that Ben decided to spend the day being a rat. And I failed to notice him chewing through those wires.
Oh.
He flew right across the room.
He quite enjoyed that.
Okay, boys, what shall we watch? Any movies on? Let's have a look.
Kelly, can I ask you a question?
No, you can't, Ben. You should have been in bed ages ago.
Did you know
Ben?
that sometimes when men and women kiss, they put their tongues in each other's mouths?
I'm so sorry, Kelly. He's just very, very immature.
Kelly, you know when you're waitressing at that shop where you're a waitress in. Well, when somebody is rude to you or they annoy you,
Yeah.
do you gob in their food?
Oh, fuck.
I gob in everyone's food.
Anyway, Ben, Kelly's only waitressing temporarily. She's doing a PhD. She's a psychologist.
Right.
Oh, I'm doing a PhD in psychology. Yeah.
Hang on, if she's done a PhD, bloody hell. So hang on, so she would have done... Right, so let's assume she's finished school and finished like A-level stuff, so she's 18. She then does 3 years for an undergrad. She'll do a postgraduate for most of the time a year. That's 4 years, so that's 22. She'll have done a master's, which on average is 2 to 3 years. So she is at least bare minimum, let's say about 25. She's like 12 years older than Jake.
What's psychology? Is it the study of psychos?
Well, we study everybody.
Including psychos?
Yeah.
Ben, no, that's enough. I really do think you should just go
So
up.
who's the most psycho you've ever studied?
You.
Have you ever had any cannibal serial killers?
Well, cannibal serial killers isn't really my area of expertise. I specialise in child psychology. You know, how
Ben!
children think and behave.
How they think.
Yeah.
But you can't tell for sure what they're thinking. I mean, for instance, you can't tell what I'm thinking right now, can you?
Oh, I bet she can.
No.
Right.
But I could make an educated guess based on the things you say, and you'd be amazed how easily you can tell what someone's thinking from their body language, especially their hands. Drag me to hell. Oh no, it's a 15. You can't watch that, can you, Ben?
No, but neither can Jake. He's 13.
I thought you said you were 16.
No, I said I'd be 16
Oh.
eventually. Just in a year or 3.
And then there was the time
Ooh.
I took Karen out on that Lilo in Herne Bay. Do you remember that?
Yeah. Yeah, that Coast Guard was very humorless, wasn't he? All that stuff about the cost of helicopters.
So what I'm saying is, don't worry yourself about the accident, because I've nearly killed the kids loads more times than you have.
Cheers, love.
And as a psychologist, could you steal my memory, download it into a computer, then upload it into a gorilla, so that the gorilla thought it was me, and then he turned up at my school and made Miss Halliday take another month off school because of her nerves? Could you do that? Could you implant my memory into a gorilla?
Yes.
I think you're confusing me with a mad scientist.
Will anybody ever be able to do that?
I don't think so. I mean, we still don't even know what memory is.
Also, by definition, memory is a very subjective and ambivalent concept.
Why do you keep on speaking like that?
Does memory really exist? Personally, I think it's just a story we tell ourselves.
Yeah, I think that as well.
Okay, here's another question for you.
Not another one, it's way past your bedtime.
Just one.
No, it's just going to be another stupid one.
If our personality is made up from our genes and our environment, then are we really to blame for what we do?
Well, that's a brilliant question, actually, Ben. Quite a few neuroscientists are starting to question whether there is such thing as free will, and if that's true, people can't really be blamed for their actions.
Right. Could you write that down for my dad?
Are you sure you don't want your mum to come in and sit with you?
I'm sure. She's been really annoying at the moment, saying, "Oh, Karen, I'm so sorry. Oh, I blame myself." It's doing my head in. She's been all over the place since Daddy kissed that woman on the lips.
Right.
Do you know my brother Ben? He comes to this hospital a lot.
Does he have curly hair?
Yes.
Managed to get a sprout stuck up each nostril?
Yep, that's him.
Now then, Karen, this jab is just to protect you against a nasty little germ called tetanus.
Will it hurt?
Just a tiny little bit, and not for long.
Just a tiny little bit and not for long.
Yeah.
Just a tiny little bit and not for long.
Are you okay?
Yes, I'm just trying to remember exactly what you said.
Right.
time, Ben. Kelly is a psychologist studying psychology, so she does not know who would win a fight between a vampire and a gorilla who thinks he's a schoolboy.
That's okay, let me think. So the gorilla thinks he's a schoolboy versus vampire.
Yeah.
And does the gorilla have anyone else with him?
The gorilla could have kind of a dinosaur who has the mind of a pig.
Really? A dinosaur with the mind of a pig?
What if?
Okay.
That's enough, Ben. It's way past your bedtime.
I can't go to bed?
Why not?
I'm worried about my little sister.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. I'm very anxious. Look at my body language.
Oh, come on, that is pathetic. You're obviously not worried about her.
Yes, I am.
Okay, Ben, Jake's right. You need to go to bed so I don't get in trouble.
One final question.
But,
please.
All right, then.
Can you wrestle?
You'll be fine with this. Brave little girl like you.
How do you know I'm brave?
Well, you got knocked down by a car and you didn't make a fuss about it.
Actually, I did. I screamed.
Yeah.
I think you're brave.
But you have no way of knowing that I'm brave.
Yeah, all right, fair enough. Now, this will hurt a little bit.
Before you said it would hurt a tiny little bit.
Did I? A tiny bit. Yes, this will hurt a tiny bit.
But what if you say that it will hurt a tiny bit and it hurts a lot? What will happen then?
Sorry, what do you mean?
If you say it will hurt a tiny bit
Yeah.
and it hurts a lot, who
Yeah.
do I talk to?
Who do you talk to?
Yes, you must have a system.
Well, we don't need any system because it's all going to be fine.
But the man on Watchdogs says always complain to the most senior official and keep a written log of your conversation.
Does he?
Oh.
Well, we don't need to worry about any of that because this will all be fine. Right?
Just a tiny little bit.
And not for long.
The winner of Rage in a Cage is me!
Yep, you win.
Now it's Jake's turn.
What?
Jake's turn to wrestle Kelly.
No, I'm not wrestling Kelly.
Yeah, I think that's enough wrestling.
Come on, wrestle.
No, shut up, Ben.
Does Kelly scare you?
No, Kelly does not scare me.
Jake's scared of Kelly.
No, I'm not.
Jake,
Shut up, Ben.
wrestle
Ben.
then.
No, I'm
Wrestle
not going
then.
to wrestle.
Go,
Let's
buddy,
just
wrestle.
calm down,
For God's
okay?
sake, Ben, I do
Big
not want to kiss Kelly.
I said wrestle.
Oh. Oops.
Right. Okie dokie.
Yeah, okay.
It's getting late. Perhaps you should both be heading to bed.
Yeah, I think that's probably best.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Is that our car alarm?
Yep. Listen, Sue. I am really, from the bottom of my heart, deeply, deeply, sincerely sorry about the kiss.
What kiss?
Thank you.
If something like this happens, you realise that the things that you thought were important just don't matter. It's just two drunks having a kiss. Happens every second, all over the world. Counts for nothing against a lifetime together, does it?
No, that's fine.
But do it again and I'll rip your balls off.
Understood. Oh, there she is. Oh, you gave us such a fright.
Hang on, I better check all your arms and
Was
legs.
she all right with the injection?
No, she's fine. She's a very confident little girl.
That's one word for it.
Yes. Yes, she is.
Very interested in the law.
I know, sorry about that.
When I get home, I want to do my 1,000-piece Sahara jigsaw puzzle. Like you and me do it together.
Okay.
When she did the injection, it felt bruisey. Is that supposed to happen?
Yes,
Yes, yes.
that's supposed to happen. If you excuse me. Bye-bye, Karen.
Bye.
Right, Missy, home it is.
Well, that was a big adventure. Still, I'm glad my little girl's okay. Come on.
Daddy, Daddy, you know the man who knocked me over?
Yeah.
Is he Albanian?
No, Karen, he wasn't Albanian. And Albanians aren't responsible for everything that you...
How long will he be going to jail for?
He's not going to go to jail, darling.
But, so we're just going to sue him?
No, Karen, just let it go.
Oh, no, but Mummy, you must never do that.
Oh, what an ending to the series! Oh my god, that was... Oh, well, first of all, that was very emotional by the end. Very emotional. Wow, what a way to tie everything off, really. The only thing that, in a way, didn't really get kind of tied up is the house situation. They've obviously not sold it, so I don't know. We'll find out in the next series or by the well, yeah, I can't imagine they would do it in the comic release special when they're literally a couple of minutes long. So yeah, presumably we'll find out by the start of the next series. So I don't know. Could you say that we rounded off the Kelly thing? Because obviously Jake's been pretty much, slobbering over her like all series long. And with her finding out that he is 13, and her obviously being like virtually double his age, and like all psychologists, and him blurting out, "No, I don't want to kiss Kelly." Yeah, I think that ends Jake's slobbering days. It should be said. And the kiss thing, because it was the 4th episode, I think it was, that first came up. Yeah, it was the 4th one, because then we had the Auntie Angela episode, which is where Sue found out, and then we obviously had this. So yeah, the last 3 episodes, this is obviously sort of kind of brought it full circle. And you know what? I think that's what I love with this show. Like a lot of sitcoms, they just go, this has happened in this episode, end of the story, let's move on to the next one. Apart from maybe some long-term love interest, that's really about it. That would kind of carry over. So to take like an argument or to set something up in like the 4th episode, then you have the revelation in episode 5, then you kind of round it off in episode 6. It's great. And that's what makes this show so real. Like the stories and the scenarios. I mean, okay, you could argue that Ben and Karen are maybe at times a little bit over-exaggerated, but at the same time, I don't think that they necessarily are. Because, like, I, of course, have my nephew. He's 4.5, and, even if I'm reading to him at bedtime, like at the moment we're reading the first Harry Potter book. So whenever I go around and babysit, I'm reading that book. And I could just be literally reading the stories, and so Harry crossed the Great Hall and he put on his invisibility cloak and he raised his wand, blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden, Logan could just sit up and say, Uncle Kev, when the stars twinkle, is that great grandma twinkling from heaven? The most random thing. It's got nothing to do with what I'm reading in the story, And I think as he gets even more older, because like I said, he's coming on 5, and Karen in series 1, how old would she have been then? Because I think they're suggesting she's sort of like about 7-year-old now. So in theory, series 1, she would probably be there or thereabouts a similar age to what my nephew is now. So probably that sort of 5-6 sort of age. So the next year or two, I think for me, it's going to be really interesting seeing if he develops into a bit of a Karen or a bit of a Ben or whatever. I'm really looking forward to it in a way. I really, really am. And I said it in one of the episodes, I can't remember which one, but I said it in the closing to it that I love the heart in this show. I think it's the one where we learned about the gambling addiction for Pete's mum. And this series, like series 2, we had a lot of focus, didn't we, on Grandad and about his Alzheimer's / dementia / whatever he was going through. We didn't necessarily have as much in this series, the deeper conversation. We really had the gambling episodes where we learned about the poker and that, which I really liked. And then of course we have the really heartwarming kind of stuff between Pete and Sue at the end of this episode. So yeah, it just does it so well. It really, really does. It is rivaling Still Game for its level of heart. But I guess if I had to pick a favourite, and it's hard at this stage, for the most heartfelt moments, or for the heartfelt moments that I probably enjoy more, it'd be a tough call to make, but I'd maybe edge it to Outnumbered. Because the show, just in every sense of the word, feels so real. And Still Game, at times, it felt very much that it was a sitcom, and there was some stuff that was happening that was very much larger than life. Not to say that they couldn't happen, but they were larger than life. So yeah, I mean, like I said, it's literally it's on a knife's edge. It's like you could tip it either way. So we'll see with other episodes and see what happens with them. But that is series 3, done and dusted. So thank you so much for watching this series with me, whether you've watched it early on Patreon or whether you have watched it, week by week as it comes out on YouTube. So moving forward, of course, we are going to be continuing with the show, just fully. Why is this not moving over? Come on. So actually I haven't even planned out June yet, so I don't even know, because this episode will be coming out the 30th of May. In reality, I mean, what's probably gonna happen, because I'm just trying to work it out, so I will be going away on holiday on the hang on, what day is it? The 22nd of June. So basically, if I do the 2 comic relief stuff over the next 2 weeks, then we've got the Friday, and in theory I will probably be doing similar to what I did last year, where I saw pause videos for the 2 weeks while I go away on holiday. Maybe I might record a couple of episodes of something, and maybe do every sort of, maybe like every 3 days, every 4 days, put something out, not necessarily some of my more regular stuff, just some stuff to sort of tide us over. So maybe some stuff that I don't necessarily do that regularly, so that there's still some content while I'm away, but obviously not full 2 weeks worth. So if that were to be the case, then in theory, I would be starting series 4 of Outnumbered. Hang on, so I'd be coming back on that Monday. So in theory, it would be Friday the 11th of July, which I appreciate is a big week, but what my big plan would be is still to do Outnumbered, record series 4 early, put it out on Patreon. So there is a way of being able to potentially see it earlier. So yeah, I don't know. Because obviously I'm recording this literally right at the start of April. So there's loads of time yet to come for me to make a decision. So I don't know. I may have a more of a better answer for you literally if you're watching this on YouTube as it comes out, probably in a couple of days' time when I do my June plans video. So yeah, I've got a couple of months to decide what I'm going to do there. But yeah, thank you so much as always for watching. Please do subscribe if you do. Drop your comments down below. Subscribe if you want to get early access to stuff. Then literally head on over to Patreon and check everything out. But yeah, that is going to do it for now. So thank you very much for watching. And until next time, whenever it may be, my name's Kevin. I'm a geek. and you've been watching Kevin the Geek.